What's going on, guys? Jacob Orth back here with another video of Jacob's Life in Vegas, and this is going to be end of the year video. We're going to be talking about Las Vegas in 2017, and those of you that have been watching my channel for a little while know that at the end of each year I usually do like several videos where I talk about the upcoming year. So I did it last year, did the year before that, where I break it down, you know, six videos, 8 videos, just kind of however many topics I feel like covering. But to be really honest, I just don't feel like doing that this year. I've been busy for sure, and it's been, you know, it's a good problem to have, but I guess I'll just call this a vlog, and instead of, you know, making a separate video for all these topics, I'll just cover them here, and the main ones that people usually want to hear about are the ones that are gonna, you know, affect them the most for those of you looking to move here. So that'll be topic of unemployment, of jobs, and of real estate. And it's actually, I would say there's good news for the most part in those categories this year. I was looking at the unemployment numbers earlier. Unemployment has actually done pretty well this year here in Las Vegas and here in the state of Nevada. We've actually made some pretty nice improvements just from a year ago, from 2 years ago, where heck, the beginning of, let's see, January was 2015. I looked at the video last year. We were about 7.1% unemployment rate, and then we're about 6.3% or so to start off this year, 2016, and we're closing out the year right now. We're down to like 5.2% in the state of Nevada. Now we're lagging behind the rest of the country a little bit. The national average is about 4.6%, but this area is steadily seeing its unemployment rate go down, which is nice. So it wasn't at that rate all years. It was, like I said, about 6.3 or so early on. Then it went up a little, then came back down, and obviously now we're down to just above 5%, which is cool, because I'm thinking back to when I came here, because a lot of people worry about the unemployment rate. You know, they're looking for jobs here, they're looking online to move here, and how difficult it's going to be to find a job. Because I look back to when I moved here, and the unemployment rate was 10%. And I didn't even look at the unemployment rate when I was getting ready to move here. Like, so I didn't even bother to look at that stuff. So, you know, those are the numbers that we're looking at right now. I mean, the area is making good improvement in terms of its unemployment, but, you know, don't let that like freak you out. Don't let that be the end all be all, like it's the only metric of whether or not you want to move here to Vegas and, you know, determine how your life is going to be. So, you know, those numbers actually look really good when you put in perspective to the double-digit numbers this area had for a long time when the recession was taking place. So, yeah, as of November here in 2016, we're sitting at about 5.2% or so for our unemployment. So that is actually a nice improvement from a year ago. It's not a huge leap, but it is gradual, and I'll take it. So, and it's actually the really. Same for the job market has done well. It's actually improved. A lot of that has been due to the construction that's been taking place around here, just that I've seen in the air, particularly when it comes to homes. Lots of homes being built here, and then also construction like on the freeways taking place. So construction is a large part of this local economy. That added lots of jobs. You know, retail jobs were added for sure. Professional jobs were added. So there's more projects on the way, or they're supposed to be on the way here in this area. Different resorts are supposed to be coming here in the future, so construction is going to play a major role in that. And then, you know, obviously when those are built, or if they get built, you know, only time will tell, and those are going to require more jobs. So it's like earlier this year when the T-Mobile arena was finished being built. You know, that was quite a project, and, you know, that place is going to need, or well, it has even a bunch of employees that operate it, so that provides a lot of jobs for people here. So, you know, one of the talks taking place right now is the new stadium that is being talked about. They're thinking about building over off Russell Road here, is what the talk is. So, you know, projects coming to town. This area is not shy about reinventing itself, not shy about building up new projects, new buildings, tearing them down eventually in the future to build something else new. So, you know, all those do wind up producing jobs for this area, wind up helping produce work for people that already live here and those who are looking to move here. So even on the job front, I would say things are actually looking good. And yes, there are jobs available in this area. Don't let all that negative talk that some people have to say about, you know, there's supposedly no jobs here, because that's an absolute lie when people say that. But, you know, the unemployment is going in the right direction. There are jobs here in this area. That's going in the right direction as well. And then it brings me into the topic of the real estate market, which was an interesting one when I look back to, you know, when I was watched last year's video on it, and, you know, the stuff I was reading, people I was talking to, and it was just kind of interesting. This was a unique year in real estate in this area, because going into this year, you know, the general consensus was kind of that this year really wasn't going to be much to talk about when it came to real estate. You know, the area was still just happy to be stable, just because of the roller coaster ride that it had been through, with prices going up super high during the boom, then coming down really hard in the recession, and then just to be stable was good, you know. So when I look at it for this year, 2016, what took place, you know, it was kind of surprising to see that the median home prices were going up like they did. We're median home price now is about $240,000 in this area, and the year started off, it was right around $220,000. So it's actually a pretty decent increase from early in the year, especially for being an election year, because that was part of the big factor too, is that there were quite a few people who thought that, you know, this being an election year really wasn't going to have much of an impact on the market. People usually don't like to buy in election years because they want to wait to see who the president's going to be. That obviously didn't really happen this year. So even with the kind of, I guess you could say, the chaos of, you know, Trump and Clinton running against each other, now we're going to transition here soon into the Trump presidency from Obama, that there were still a lot of homes that were being bought in this area, and there's still lots of construction going on in this area too, which is another thing that's kind of interesting, is that the new homes being built in this area are big. They're building these big new homes all over the area here, and they are selling for a lot. I mean, for these homes to sell for $320-something thousand, $330-something thousand is not uncommon for new homes. Remember that, new homes, okay? But for the majority of homes that are being sold, that have, you know, been lived in before, that are being put on the market, is sitting at about $240,000 is the median home price. And as far as what's going to happen in 2017, that's going to be a tough one to predict. I mean, with the election being done, president being decided, you know, maybe people will be more willing to spend money. Maybe they'll be more willing, they'll have more faith in the economy here, seeing that the unemployment has gone down, seeing the jobs are gradually improving. I mean, maybe people have more faith and they'll put more money in this market here. I mean, only time is going to tell. So it was just kind of a strange year, I would say, in 2016, because even at the end of the year, the median home prices actually went up in like October, November, from October to November, which normally doesn't happen either. So typically, as the weather cools off, you know, the median home prices don't go up, but they did that too this year. So it's kind of a, you know, so just a unique year when it came to real estate in the area. So as far as 2017 goes, you know, I think it's going to be an interesting year to see what happens. Some people think we're getting on, you know, the brink of that bubble. We're working our way back up there. But one thing to remember is, you know, during the boom here, I mean, the median home price got up to like $313,000, $315,000, I think even close to $320,000 at one point or something like that during the middle of 2006. So I mean, we're obviously not there yet. We are obviously a good distance from that point right now. But yep, there are some people who think that, you know, this market for real estate is you know, overpriced is probably the way to put it. So, you know, to real estate, I don't even think I'm going to bother to predict right now what's going to happen in 2017. So, but as far as unemployment, that's good to see. Positive results there. As far as jobs, that's good to see positive results there. And as far as real estate in 2017, we're going to see how it plays out. But that's what we're kind of looking at here as far as the end of the year going into next year. So thoughts, comments, all that stuff you guys want to share with me, please put it down below in the comment section. Tell me what you think about the area next year and what the future holds. That's it for this video. I'm Jacob, and this is My Life in Vegas.